Jordan.
Attention guests in the luggage claim area, welcome to the Jordania Volcano Hotel. A couple of quick reminders before you approach the elevator towards the lobby. Jordan's Soapbox is a show broadcasted on-site and supported via Patreon. If you would like to support what I do and not cause the country of Jordania economic ruin, consider supporting it for behind-the-scenes access and other rewards. It's recommended frequent visitors subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for updates whenever new videos are made. Do you want to hang out with your fellow guests? Consider jacking into the Cyberpunk Jordan Discord, where you can hang out with me and talk about Sonic and Sega stuff, among other things. And now, our elevator shaft will be departing for the lobby area. Thank you for your attention and enjoy your stay.
Hello, my gummy bears. My name is Jordan, also known as CJ, and welcome to Jordan's Soapbox, the show that talks about anything that I want to talk about. So, the whole multiverse collapsing thing. Turns out the multiverse hasn't exactly collapsed, but instead the boundaries of the multiverse have collapsed. I was, reading the report upside down. Oops. Everything is still separated, but now the tiny barriers that used to separate different realities from each other are effectively demolished. We sent more Jordanian small fries to see what realities are out there, and we'll know closer to fixing the giant scary holes outside. In fact, 2 of them blew up trying to make that calculation. One of them did come back with these images. These images are ones from a reality where it's made of nothing but artwork generated by a computer, commonly referred to as AI artwork. It's quite beautiful sometimes, but there's something off about them. Like, some of these photos are often a mishmash of different elements. Sometimes there's things that don't make much sense at all. And then there's the limbs where they really shouldn't be. It's beautifully horrifying. I've always wanted to talk about AI art for quite some time, but haven't had the necessary hook to do so until now. Because the images generated in this reality come from Mobians.AI, a Sonic-focused variant of Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion is one of the big 3 AI art generators, the other being DALL-E 3 and Midjourney. I'm not going to bore you with the technical aspects because that's a bunch of sciencey stuff I can't be bothered with, but what makes it different from those two is that it's open source, meaning folks can make additional modifications to it, among other things, such as Mobians.AI, but it works nonetheless similarly. You type what you want your image to be, and it's made. Up until recently, Stable Diffusion has had difficulty creating anything resembling Sonic the Hedgehog characters. For context, this is something Stable Diffusion made with the simple prompt of Sally Acorn. I don't know about you, but that's not Sally Acorn. Mobians.AI is a variant of Stable Diffusion that solves this issue by focusing solely on generating Sonic the Hedgehog related images. It's therefore more limited in what you can do. You have a set list of characters you can generate, one of the highlights being Mobians, hence the name, or Sonic the Hedgehog styled original characters. The website header even states, the best Sonic OC generator. And that isn't wrong, because it can make all sorts of Mobians in different colors, styles, and species. I have to admit, it's quite impressive. It can also make AI art for non-OC characters such as my favorite snot-colored green hedgehog, Scourge the Hedgehog. To show you guys how this whole thing works, let's start off with a prompt. Being, let's see, some art with him lighting a garbage can on fire. Because that's something he would totally do along with kicking a puppy. And after some waiting, images of Scourge the Hedgehog appear with something of what we typed. Except, this image has no eyes, this one has him lighting a city on fire, on brand at least. And the other 2 have a distinct lack of his trademark jacket. We could try to fix these issues with another generation based on this image, or with in-painting, where it's highlighting a certain area of the image and typing what we want. A black jacket in this case. The AI will sometimes do what we want. Yeah, this still doesn't look like it. That is an inherent issue with AI-generated artwork. There are few times the AI won't have issues, ranging from deformed limbs, lack of clothing typically associated with the character, and horrific-looking eyes. Because the thing is, AI artwork isn't made by humans, who would know not to draw Scourge without an arm unless that was your intention, you sicko. It's instead an AI that is being trained on Sonic-related artwork and generating images based on that. One's used without permission from artists. And that is the whole controversy surrounding this, and AI art in general. It affected Mobians.AI much later than I expected, but it did, via Twitter, where nuance goes to die, and the results were, well, what did you expect? Now, in fairness, I understand why these artists discovering this thing and flooding into the official Discord server were upset. Their artwork had been used, or possibly used, to fuel something they didn't consent to. The backlash resulted in the temporary removal of the model while a new one was being created, with the new model removing images from artists who requested to do so via a Google form. Overall, this is one hell of a controversial issue that to me has about zero easy solutions. I want to support artists and their rights, and it's true, AI models like Mobians.AI need a large amount of trained images in order to work. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. In the best scenario, it would be awesome if the entire model was based on images it sought permission for. But I also recognize and agree with the counterpoint considering how many images the AI needs to use to exist, and asking every artist for permission is impossible. Therefore, the ability for an artist to opt out of their work being used in the model is the best compromise that I can think of, even though it puts undue reliance on artists finding out about Mobians.AI and requesting that their artwork not be used. Because saying we shouldn't use AI art at all is neglecting a tool that can be used for inspiration, memes, and more creativity. It certainly can't be copyrighted on its own for commercial works. At least here in the US, artwork generated by AI is not copyrightable, but it could be used for an element of a larger work. I think for me, artists should dial it back slightly when it comes to this. The humanity that comes with making art can never be replicated by a machine despite all the future advancements it can make. It can't replace the innate creativity and love that comes with the field. I will, however, always advocate for folks to support actual artists and commission them, because unlike AI, most have an understanding of how anatomy works. Ugh. And please read their terms of service because some of them won't accept stuff that was generated with AI, and that's okay, and they have a right to do that. At the same time, for those of y'all thinking this is actually art and you don't need those silly artists, there's your car. Basically, in summarization, AI art is fine, I guess, if it's used as a tool for certain scenarios, but just support actual artists, okay? Okay. Anyway, that's all for this episode of Jordan's Soapbox. Join us next time as we delve into IDW Sonic. I'm serious. I'm actually doing it this time.
Thank you for visiting the Jordania Volcano Hotel. We hope that you'll visit again soon. Before you leave, would you like something from our gift shop? Becca has the latest and totally not looted goods from all over the world. One item of note is the subscribe button, coming from the US state of California. It works best when you ring its bell and turn on notifications, so you don't miss an episode of Jordan's Soapbox. We also have a limited edition video that we also think you might like, and a collection of Jordan's Soapbox episodes in a playlist, all for the price of... wait a minute. Free? We're giving this out for free? Becca, we are